Okay, a lot of guitar players look to expand their playing by adding extra licks to their actual playing. Most guitar players already have a good vocabulary of licks, but they don't know how to actually take those licks outside of the range that they're first learned. What I'll do is I'll demonstrate how to take licks that you already know and move them around by a simple technique of octaves. So you can take a riff, real simple, and you can play that same riff just an octave higher. So let's watch it again. It's good to sing with your licks that you play. Makes it more melodic and connected. You don't want it to be, because then it becomes disconnected. It's not an actual line of music. So sing with it and express it going in and coming out. So that little expression of the slide and the vibrato at the end, that adds some character to your playing. What you can do is you can take this up an octave now. It's good to play it just an octave and then see how this works. Now you have an extension to what you can do. So when you take the basic riff, and there's connection points when you're actually playing. What you want to be able to do is have a chord that kind of sits in between your guitar licks. It connects the guitar lines so you can go higher. Completion. Slide into your new range that you want to be in. So you want the connection to E chord. Pick one note out of the chord, slide to your new range, and then continue the lick down. And this is always a place to go when you're not sure of where to go next. It's always a good place just to think really about what you're going to do. And then combining the jumps. That's called anchoring a note. It gives you a good reference point. What you need to be able to do is play any note in the pattern with the original anchor note. You can change the anchor notes, but most of the time it's good to start with the root note of the chord or the scale. You can also take this up another octave to the 12th fret. Very simple lick. I'm sure if you played some blues you've seen this before. Now you have basically one octave to 3 octaves of the same scale. What you need to also be able to do is play the whole range of the scale that you've just basically expanded. You need to be able to play the low note, the high note, walk all the way down with the bass line, kind of grooving it. And then from there you have to experiment with how you want to play, combining notes together, adding techniques like adding a slide idea to this whole part. Into the chord. And so I'll improv with what I have now. A basic outline scale. My basic lick is expanded over 3 octaves now from low to the high note. And I'll just improv some stuff. Here it goes. called double stops when you add two notes together. Get very familiar with your pattern, and from there just keep expanding, keep playing. Don't be afraid to add notes to the actual pattern. So if you notice, I can play the same pattern down, and then I can add a half step to each note that I'm playing. And then it becomes kind of jazzy. Depending on what you actually add, you can add bends. Hammer-ons. This was an actual technique that you might hear Led Zeppelin do, where they take the notes down as they're going down the scale. This is a country bend. It's kind of blues hammer-ons. So it's all about really just experimenting with the outline of the actual scale that you have. You can play that with power chords. Play it with seventh chords. And just see what you can come up with.